Hey guys, welcome to Paranormal Synergy. I'm your host James,
And I'm John.
and welcome to our episode. So I'm gonna, just like I always do, just jump right on in. I had something happen to me yesterday.
Oh boy, I gotta hear this.
And I have not told John about it.
That's why I want to hear it.
So I took my son David and Ethan up the road to the grocery store just to get out of the house.
One.
Yeah, number 4 and I don't know.
You can't keep track anymore, can you?
Whatever ones they are. But I took them up the road to go to the grocery store just to get some snacks and have a fun little night. All right. So we're leaving the grocery store. We're heading back towards my home. Now, where you come out of Lynch and you turn onto 298, right towards Clark Road, towards my house.
Yeah.
Okay. I just out of the windshield, right, basically we'll say north of my windshield, right above my head, I saw a streak of green as fast as like a star, like a meteor or something falling from the sky, just go from the top of the sky straight down like it's heading to the earth and then disappear. I have no freaking idea. And as soon as I saw it, I said, "Did you see that?" Like to both of them. I'm like, "Did you see that?" And Ethan's like, "Yeah, it was like a green light, right, Dad?" I was like, "Yeah, it was like a green triangle light." Like, I have no idea. And David's like, "Oh, I didn't see it." I was like, "Well, I did." And then I have no explanation of what the hell it was. But that's what I saw.
You say that, and I've been holding this one back for a while.
Uh-huh.
So this is back when me and my wife did the paper route.
Yeah.
Well, she did the paper route. I tagged along on weekends. And it's like, I don't know, 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You got to do the early morning shift. And we're down Wharton Lynch Road.
Yeah.
Right? And you know how when you first get on the Wharton Lynch from Wharton, houses and trees and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
But then it opens up to the field to the right. Right hand side if you're heading towards Lynch. And she's like doing the paper, a green ball, and it looked like I don't know, a meteor. So I saw it come down at the corner of my eye, like it was streaking, like oh, it was fake. And then it turned 90 degrees and was running past us as fast as hell. I was like, "Oh, did you see that?"
Yeah.
She's looking the other way, throwing papers. See what? I was like, "It's gone now."
Yeah, it had to be less than a half of a second. Like,
yeah,
it was so quick, and I yeah.
But here was the strange part. It was so close. It never made a sound.
Yeah,
and no wind, no nothing. Just
yeah. That's the thing. It's hard to get a kind of an idea of the size, especially at night.
Right.
But for me, I felt it was pretty big, and especially for how fast it's going. I can tell you right now, for as fast as it was moving, it's faster than anything I know that's out in the world today.
Even a falling star.
It was so quick.
Out where we live, out here, I don't know. I used to see them all the time.
Yeah.
When we lived in Wharton, you'd walk out the door, take the dog for a walk, and then just red, blue, whatever, all the time. But like you said, it's like super fast. What I saw come across that field was insanely fast.
Yeah.
Like 1 second was there, it 90 degrees without a single thought. Whoosh, and it was gone.
Yeah.
Down. It was literally following us.
I'll tell you, between you, Kristen, and now myself seeing something, I'll be honest, that kind of opened my eyes a little bit because I've never seen anything for years and years of being around here. Of course, I'm not normally looking either. I'm listening to music.
My addiction will wear off on you fast.
I'm normally listening to music and kind of in my own little world, just paying attention in front of me and looking for deer. But I was shit shocked. I'll be honest. I was shit shocked. I was like, what?
It blows your mind.
Yeah. But it only proves, everything that we've always felt, and I think everybody feels, is obviously we're not alone. We've had that discussion.
Oh, yeah.
We can't be alone. For people to think that is just insane.
Just for the sheer volume of everything.
Yeah, and scientists are always out, and they find new potential worlds that are, however freaking far away they are.
Right.
Not within our grasp, but we just can't be the only planet.
Yeah, it's just unfathomable what's out there.
Yeah.
And I was watching something, clicking through and stuff like that, and ancient tribes that don't talk to nobody have the same experiences of they call them by different names by translation, men from stars or starborn,
right,
that came, talked to them, they got on their ships and they left.
Yeah.
and they called them gods.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You know, you're telling me they made that shit up?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I just thought it was really wild. I had to share it with you because I was just like, man, I've never seen anything. And all of a sudden, there we go.
I told you.
Yeah.
The day we did. We got done doing one of these, and I was heading to go get the boy, and I saw the lights that were up there around this time. And
yeah, I was when I was going from, actually Kristen was driving. We were coming from where Molly's is, heading back this way, and you know how you cross the train tracks over near Molly's. You coming from whatever that road is, it cuts off to Millington and whatever. But anyways, we're coming over there, and I was looking down to the right, and you can see the train tracks. And I was looking at the spikes, and of course thinking about the one episode when we were talking about it. And I was like, we ought to camp out here because they got like an area where they park off and they do whatever work on the poles for the electric poles, and everybody just canters off there. But
I don't know if you could get away with that.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I'd have to find somebody to talk to.
Well, there is a hunting lodge right there. You see it?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like a little trailer. Hunters
break into somebody's hunting lodge. We would never do that.
Ever.
I hear some sarcasm.
My B&E days are way behind.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, my breaking and entering and walking into a building days are pretty much behind me right now. But I've been doing really well, though, honestly. And I really think me being stranded at home and, you know, recovering for such a long time really kind of relaxed and opened my eyes up to a lot of things. So
that's good.
It gave me kind of time to sit back and just enjoy what's around us, you know, picking up nature, picking up the energy, seeing abnormal things that I've never seen before. You know, there you go. Yeah, I was thinking about this actually last night. We were talking about, you know, urban legends and stuff, and you were just talking about how different tribes, you know, would look up to these whatever beings that we want to call them.
Right.
I always wondered if stuff like that still happens. There's still tribes that humanity, as far as, you know,
our concern of humanity,
are not access to the world.
Right.
You know, they're on islands. They still have sticks. They still do stuff. They have no, you know,
contact to the outside world.
Yeah. I wonder if they still go through stuff like that. Do they get visited? Are they, you know, are other beings more susceptible to go to lend them a hand and help them out because that, you know,
they're
different
by God?
Yeah, well, it could be. I mean, that'd be one way of looking at it.
Yeah, because the story's passed down.
Yeah. I mean, if you're intimidated by some being that's coming down and I'm going to smite you or whatever, you guys need to do this. That's another way of looking at it.
That could be, yeah.
But I don't know. It's just curious. I feel with obviously government has to know something. This just be real.
I mean, Space Force wasn't just made just because.
Yeah, and I also feel that it can't be just like one type of being. I think there's probably other worlds and, you know, different things that visit us, you know.
Oh yeah.
Between the grays and
yeah.
And, it's an odd subject to talk about because a lot of people don't talk about, you know, UFOs and aliens, and, you know, they look at it as sci-fi. Yeah, it's sci-fi, but there's I think a hint of reality out there that just nobody talks about.
Right. And I think it also goes along the lines because I was listening to something and it was a CIA agent going, well, we never hear about, you know, the government. How can the government hold a secret like that for so long if we've got ships and whatnot? Well, say you work there and you're like, I see this, I work on this. Yeah, right. You're getting ridiculed to non-belief because that's what we've been told.
Right.
And not only that, people doing their daily thing don't want to hear about that.
Yeah.
Because if it's out of the norm, it shouldn't exist.
Well, then I feel
it's
like
hard to believe unless you absolutely see it 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, to go, what was that? I can't explain it. I can't, you know, put something on it. So now I have to become a believer instead of such a skeptic.
Yeah, and I think even in reality, like, you know, you look at people today. So many people are less able to speak up, even if they know something. Like in reality, and I'm not even talking about things with like, you know, aliens or ghosts or whatever, but like normally if something happens, people ignore it. It can be something bad or something. They just stick to their own world.
Yep.
Do their day to day.
Yep.
And they worry about themselves or their family or whatever. That's pretty normal.
Yeah, that's like I said, the norm.
Yeah, that's the norm.
You know, anything outside that norm scares a lot of people.
Yeah, and they just ignore it.
Yeah, they ignore it, or they just can't accept it, or they ridicule others for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe you're into that sci-fi crap.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I seen it. Yeah, okay, weirdo. You know,
exactly.
And that's how you can keep the secret, because you know that your own people are going to go, you're not going to speak because nobody's going to believe you.
Right. Yeah, that's again why we do this channel.
Exactly.
You know, an area where people can talk about things. And I don't know if you read on some of the comments from the last podcast we did.
I have not. I should.
Yeah, I asked for people to share their stories, and actually my uncle and my stepmom, they left some stories, you know, about things that happened. And I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm always looking for more people to share their stories. Not only the fact that we get to hear them, but the fact that they can vent what they say without being ridiculed or there's no judgment, there's no ridicule, there's none of that stuff. You know, audience, share stuff. It's fine. We want to hear it. We really do.
No,
really do.
I say we talk about like personal experiences all the time.
Right.
Like, I seen.
Right.
Well, another one of my stories down in Florida was at the National Forest. I don't know if I said this one or not. I can't remember. But if I did,
I'll tell you
again.
Yeah.
So at the National Forest where we go hunting down there, well, I haven't been in ages, but there's a campsite.
Right.
And across the street, you know, you hunt with dogs. You have your kennel, all your dogs are in them, and then it's like a half a mile and nothing but kennels and
oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You know, down this intersection. The trees are been there forever, so they're like 20, 30, 50 feet up, pine trees. And we're all sleeping, and then all of a sudden all the dogs start losing their minds. Now, mind you, one dog fight to another cage is normal. You don't notice that. But like every single dog, that's like 100 dogs losing their shit over something. And you're like, what the hell's going on? There's nothing out here. And we got out. You know, everybody gets up because everybody's got a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Kennel, you know, at the campsite. And you get up and you're like, what's going on? And we hear it over top of the trees. They're red panels about, I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, good 20 feet tall, 4 of them. And then as they went down, so they get disappeared behind the trees because of length, but you hear it goes very faint across the tree top, and the trees are like bending it just barely at the tips. Like it was that close, and everybody's seen it. Like 300 people seen this.
Wow. It's actually, when I was in Ocean City, I was watching, I guess it's like a paranormal show, and there was something very similar to that. Now I'm curious if it was in Florida, because my memory just doesn't work that well, but they saw red, I don't know if it was panels or lights through the trees.
Yeah.
And they were saying how it couldn't be like certain things because they didn't really exist at that time.
Right.
You know, so I think that kind of correlates with that as well. That's wild.
We stood there for at least, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Well, time kind of just disappeared. We just kind of lost time, and it just went across the trees and just disappeared. Gone. Like the sound, everything gone.
Oh wow!
As soon as those panels got out of our eyesight from the trees, they're going past. No sound, no lights. Dogs just stopped. Like, okay, we'll go back to sleep. We're like, it just happened.
This is normal for us.
And like, you know, my stepdad looks at me, and he's like the, you know, typical redneck. Like, what the hell was that? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You've seen it too, right?
Yeah, I'm sure everybody had the disbelief and just kind of standing there like, now what do we do?
I don't remember anything. After that, I don't remember going back to sleep. I don't remember anything.
Wow.
After and then waking up the next morning.
You remember that movie? Was it Ring of Fire?
Oh, Fire in the Sky?
Fire in the Sky. Thank you. I knew you'd remember it.
I know.
That was a good movie. I loved when we were young, but yeah.
You know what the crazy part is? Now you mention it, Joe Rogan had dude on his show this past week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
That's why. And
ESP.
He said that, you know, he was recounting the experience, and it's nothing like what happened in the movie.
Right.
He says, I instigated the fight, you know, because I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Right.
Because they weren't aggressive.
Yeah.
I was the one that was aggressive. I grabbed the nearest thing and started swinging it, and I didn't know what the hell was going
Yeah,
on.
you want to protect yourself. You don't know exactly. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
That's
he's like, their facial expressions never changed. They're, they didn't speak to me.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, they have telekinesis or telepathic abilities. They don't have to make facial expressions or any of that.
Right.
They don't have to talk to me. They can talk to each other. He's like, but how many people have experienced something like that? It's hundreds, and nobody talks about it.
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Unless you do, and then you're like, okay, you were dreaming.
Oh man, I scared myself last night.
That doesn't sound hard.
Well, I mean, not like scary, but I kind of gave my what the hell, because I've been telling you about the corner of my bed, and I always have the thing set on, and I do. Well, last night, one of the cats came in the room. I didn't know he came in the room. I felt the impression of the bed, so I'm like, okay, here we go again. I'm used to this by now. And all of a sudden, he crept his way closer to me, and then I saw his face, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. He was right there. The cat scared me a little, because I was like, whoa. This is too close and personal.
That's too funny.
Because anytime something gets on the bed, I normally get up and look, to see if it's an animal or whatever, because we do have cats coming and visit every now and then. But that last night, I had the laptop in my lap, so I didn't really see that area. I just felt it. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. And then all of a sudden he creeps up and he pokes his head around the laptop. I was like, whoa, mother! Just thought it was crazy. I kind of give myself a little jump. And then I was just like, God damn it.
I have another experience when I lived in Florida.
Uh-huh.
A lot of shit happened to me there. We used to live in a trailer park. And we'd always go past these people. People just leave their homes because they can't pay their mortgages, foreclosures, whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Being kid, we don't know any of that shit. So we ride our bikes past the house, and we know there's one place that you never go to. You just know you don't go there.
Oh.
It's just creepy. There's too many stories. People just, I seen this. I seen that. Okay, bud.
Right, yeah.
But it's like, in the back of your mind, you're like, maybe not. Well, we're riding one day, and I looked through the window, and I saw a pepper shaker pick up, move itself across the room. I'm like, did I just see what I just saw? And kind of did a, sliding stop and look through another window. I seen a face.
Oh, yeah.
Peering out at me. Just a face.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And you're like, I gotta go.
I got a jet.
Maybe the stories are real.
Faces are looking at me. She's actually in our group now. There's a lady, she's part of the family, and I was talking to her during Christmas get together, and she went to New Orleans for a ghost tour, and they had this little area where it's like I can't remember if it was it's a residence now, but it used to be something else. But anyways, when they were doing the ghost tour, they have a chair set out. And I know we briefly talked about, you had a chair too, but they do have a chair and a table set out for this figure that apparently sits there at a certain time every night. And she was taking a bunch of pictures, and in one of her pictures, she caught something. She actually showed me it when we were, at the get together. And I thought that was pretty cool, because I told her that, we do podcasts, and she opened up. And, it's unusual because she's a little older. I mean, a little older than us, not too much.
Not too much.
And but I do think it's really wild that you can almost talk to anybody about it, and they'll open up. I think the line is of having the guts to say, hey, I do this, and then I just go, hey, by the way, sometimes I go do paranormal investigations, or I do a podcast, and then they're like, oh, you do a podcast? I'm like, yeah, paranormal, whatever. And they just open up to, oh, I got some stories for you, and and it's just wild
because they keep it to themselves, because they don't know who will believe them.
People are so worried about somebody judging them, or I always say,
oh yeah. So I was working on a job site this maybe a couple weeks ago, and the older gentleman, he's like, oh, so what do you do on your off time? I was like, yeah, I have a podcast. Oh, really? What do you talk about? Paranormal stuff. It's called Paranormal Synergy. Where do I get to hear that?
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, you can listen on Spotify,
yep.
YouTube. How do I look it up?
Paranormal Synergy. You will find it.
You will find it. He was really excited.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I think he's got some experiences, and he just wants to hear, I guess, hear it and see what, is it BS? Are we BS? We make up shit?
No,
we talk about the real stuff?
I mean, as far as everybody needs to know, right now, everything I talk about is 100% true. I am one of those people that does not deal with fake. John will tell you, I don't deal with fake shit.
No.
I question everything.
Yeah. Well, my point about my thing about it is why either lie about it or anything like that.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
you get out of that?
Yeah.
I'd rather tell you the truth and
right.
See your reaction of ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Now you're like me.
Exactly right. And then having that
the
freaking thing show up in the sky, I'm like, okay, now it's coming together. I got my wife, I got my bud. I'm like, fuck, now I got me. Just waiting for the next person.
You're one of us now.
I'm one of you now. But man, I do want people to let us know, like if people want us to come out to their home, do this investigation or whatever, do let us know. And I'll say this again, I'll wear a mask if people want me to wear a mask. I'll do whatever you need to do. I just want to get into a door.
Just want to get into your door.
Get into your door safely. Sounds weird, I know. Ghost stuff. That's it.
Safely.
Maybe a beer. I don't know.
Safely, though.
Safely. Well, people are scared and people are not sure. And if somebody's having a serious problem, I do got to say this too. If somebody's having a serious problem where it's a dangerous situation, like they're getting harmed or a child's getting harmed, definitely reach out to me. Not so much as an investigation, but more of how we can help. Between my sister and a huge group of network that we got on Her Plus Magic,
yeah,
I'm sure we can help them out somehow and at least point them in the right direction and get that information out there, because you don't want anybody getting harmed.
Yeah.
I've had Kristen and I want to get the kid right. I'm thinking it's David. Have had the 3 marks from a malicious entity, and we attributed it to an object that is no longer in our home. I have not had a problem since the object has been, taken care of.
What object was that?
This was an I really can't say it on the air, but we'll just say it was an antique piece of not from this country that came around, and it when it came into the house, I actually had a bad energy feeling about it, but I was just associating it with everything going on stress-wise. We were moving things around in the house. There was a lot going on at the time.
Right.
But Kristen, to this day, this is years later, to this day, has the 3 line marks permanently scarred into her leg.
Wow.
Which is why I bring up the seriousness of, when things are harmful, I'm not hesitant to help somebody out.
Right.
To get in the right direction.
Mind you, sometimes it is just an object.
Yeah.
But, the
entities tied to the object.
Right. There's a paranormal museum that collects all that stuff.
Yep.
And I can't remember their names. They're the ones from the Conjuring movies.
Oh, okay.
The husband-wife duo. I think one of them just passed away not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I also know there was a dad and a daughter duo, too, that were doing something very similar.
Yeah, they're people that take care, they take the items, they,
bless them or do something.
They,
keep them locked down in an area. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a scary experience because for her to get marked, it kind of was like, okay, you got these 3 lines. She scratches herself all the time. She's got cell issues.
Right.
And we can't find a person to help out with it. But I digress from that. When David got the lines,
same spot though.
Same spot.
That's weird.
Yeah, same. Okay. It's like this thigh. I should point that out to our audience. It's like between the knee and in your hip area on your thigh. When he got them, that became more of like, okay, what's doing this? And for whatever reason, both her and me felt it was this object. Like both of us was like, she said the same thing. She's like, when this object came in the house, everything felt weird. Like her energy felt weird, and she didn't say anything to me, and nor did I say anything to her. And so stuff started going down. Like I was like, maybe it's something we brought back from this house, And I told her, I was like, I really feel like this is the thing. And I'll tell you, it's a mask. We'll go there. It's a mask. I just don't want to get into all the details because I don't want somebody to harp on me. But it's a mask. It's not from around here, and we got rid of it, and we haven't had a problem since. David's marks have faded. He's a kid.
Yeah.
Their bodies differently. Hers haven't, and they're stuck on her. So I just wanted to share that. But
wow. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I've said it, but me and my wife went to Gettysburg, and she's been touched.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we kind of know what that's like. She's like, what the heck just touched my hair? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm over here.
Yeah. It's a feeling of, I mean, when it's malicious, it's definitely a feeling of violation, and,
right.
And you're like, you're trying to protect yourself, but you can't see what you're protecting yourself from.
Right. If it's playful or mischievous, it's
demon-like.
Not demon-like, like no? Playful, tricksy.
Oh, I got you.
I didn't say malevolent, did I? What did I say? Malicious.
You said malicious or something.
Did I say malicious? I meant mischief.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I feel like it should be the 3 M's of terror. I don't know. Malicious, malevolent, menacing. There we go.
But when it's like that, you don't have the feeling of like something's getting you. It's
right.
Like something's messing with you.
You know, toying with you.
Oh, come on, leave me alone.
Yeah. Okay, now I follow. It's like a cat playing with you, but you can't see the cat.
Right, exactly.
Batting you and messing with you.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's a crazy thing. Yeah. Yeah.
You were so excited to tell me this.
I was.
So excited. You came close to telling me over the phone. I gotta tell you this. This is. Wait. Let's do it even for the podcast.
Yeah, I know. Even when I got here, it's like, I really want to tell him now. I don't want to wait. I can't help it though. I mean, it's like I just want to get it off my chest and get it done with, and then I don't have to really think about it.
Really think about it? You're gonna be like binoculars in your car.
Yeah, I already have been driving around just looking.
I told you my addiction would rub off on you.
I'm sure tomorrow when I'm like trying to put a radio in a car, I'll be looking around and be like,
I always do, and I can't. I mean, especially since she's like, I saw it over at Molly's. I've been like, Molly's.
Well, you figure I was looking towards that area.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why that. Oh well, screw it. I wonder why Kent County is becoming such a hot spot for that.
I've actually been hearing around the network that there's been a lot more sightings now in the past 2 years than there have been this whole decade.
You mean in general?
In general.
Yeah.
Like around the world in general.
Huh.
Like what's going down,
Yeah.
And I was listening to, I keep my ear to the ground, podcast, whatnot, other things, and it's, government says, yeah, we've seen this stuff.
Right.
Here you go. Here's your little tidbit. We're gonna not give you everything at once. We'll give you a little bit to digest. We'll come back in a couple months.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something out there that you need to know about, but we don't want to scare you. You know what happened to a lot of people, especially in our community of people that believe. They're like, yes, we actually see stuff. Okay, so what?
Yeah, exactly. Give us something else.
Give me more.
Why are we seeing it? Who are they? Where do they come from?
We want more information than that.
Yeah.
I think it should be a forum. It just be like who, in our network, be like, okay, since you guys really don't care and you need more info, here it is.
Yeah.
Just don't let the normies find out. They'll freak out.
Right. The normies. Aren't we all normal? No. Not at all. Well, I think we're going to wrap this one up.
Abnormal.
Yeah. Abnormal. Yes. If you guys need us to do an investigation or you want to talk about it,
share what you got going on.
Yeah, I mean, visit our site, visit our page, Paranormal Synergy. You can also email paranormalsynergy@gmail.com. Visit us on Spotify, visit us on YouTube, and visit us on Facebook. Facebook. So I'm going to say peace.
Peace.